Hi, I'm Kira, and yep, that's me in the front row of a charity ball, seconds before I betrayed my best friend and nearly shattered his world. But before we dive into that mess, hit that like and subscribe button. Ever since I was a kid, I've been a handful, or so I've been told by my mum, Nora, by my dad, Nora, by pretty much every grown-up in my life. But honestly, I'm just always trying to do what's right, and sometimes that lands me in hot water. That's why my parents shipped me off to Riverton Prep in the first place. That, and a few other skeletons in the closet. It's only the 4th-ranked boarding school in the nation, but let's just say, no one else would touch me, no matter how many zeros we added to the check. Good Lord, Kira, how do you expect to step into your father's shoes as CEO of Nexus Innovations if you keep pulling these ethical stunts? Riverton was meant to be prestigious, but to me, it was just another swamp of spoiled brats in identical grey blazers, strutting around like the universe owed them a red carpet. You think you fit in here? You're nothing but a scholarship nobody. Funny, coming from the guy whose family had to fund an entire library to sneak you in. The bully backed off, but Jax's pride was bruised. You're gonna pay for that. My folks own half this place. I'm invincible. Cool, but are you fireproof? Huh? I reached over and flipped the switch on a nearby fire alarm hose, dousing Jax in a torrent of water. A few onlookers snickered. 15 minutes later, I was in the dean's office, my usual haunt. Do you think soaking a fellow student with a safety hose screams future leader, Miss Voss? I don't think swinging a hockey stick like a weapon qualifies you for Teacher of the Year either. That student's my nephew. Of course he is, which is why you're not just suspended, you're out. Wait, please. If I'm expelled, my parents will cut me off for real. You don't get it. I'm heir to Nexus Innovations. As the gates of Riverton clanged shut behind me, along with my shot at redemption, I did the only thing left for a girl with 0 options and a vanishing fortune. I trudged home. Each step ticked like a bomb toward whatever doom my parents had cooked up. Mom, Dad, pack your things now. You already know. Damn right, you've been accepted to Crestwood Institute. I'm so sorry. Wait, what? It's the top academy in the country. They must have had a change of heart. Wow, so you're not furious about the hose incident? The what? Never mind. When do we go? Turns out we were leaving that very evening. No time to second guess. No chance to wreck it. Just a duffel bag and an undeserved do-over. When we arrived, my jaw hit the floor. Crestwood made every ritzy expulsion factory. I'd bounced from look like a playground for squirrels. I hugged my parents goodbye and strode toward the entrance, vowing a clean slate. But before I could even unpack, Kira Voss to the dean's office. Immediately. Oh, come on. I haven't even glared at anyone yet. I steeled myself as I entered, but this felt off. The dean was grinning. Ah, Miss Voss. Welcome to Crestwood. I'm Dean Harlan. Hi. No trouble this time. Not yet. We recruited you for a precise purpose. Think of it as a project. What kind of project? One that plays to your strengths. Sharp instincts, bold moves, a casual allergy to protocol. Most places call that grounds for detention. Here, we call it an asset. But fail and you're gone. No sweat. He droned on about a classified operation. Shadow a target with minimal interaction and await further directives. Then he slid a dossier across the desk, like we were in a cheesy thriller. I braced for a rogue agent, a cyber thief, at minimum someone with a tattoo or a limp. Instead, it was Theo Grant, a kid so bland he blended into the paper, messy black hair, hazel eyes, lanky build. You could misplace him in an empty room. And yet, that was my gig. Tail Theo. At first, he was even more vanilla than anticipated. silent in lessons, solo at lunch, locker combo, probably 0-0-0. Being a shadow himself made him tricky to shadow. Saint both lurk in the corners forever, but one club loosened him up, the debate team, a den of boredom so profound it turned history lectures into thrillers. Thanks to this bizarre task, that's where I'd waste my evenings. Counterpoint to your fallacy. Before what exactly? I observed, as Theo dismantled arguments, then rebuilt them, then flipped the script entirely, captivating, in a nerdy way, but his rival smirked like he'd cracked the code to immortality. Checkmated again, Theo, here to get schooled. Even in debate, he was prime bait. My gut yelled, observe only, don't interfere, but my mouth had other plans. Did you show up just to ignore that your dad gave you that haircut with garden shears? Theo cracked a grin, the first I'd caught, after the endless session that dragged like a decade. A nudge on my arm. It was him. Hey, thanks. You can speak. I mean, sure, no biggie. And boom, we were talking. Casual, nothing covert. But for once, it felt genuine. Turns out, we clicked.